Hey YouTube subscribers and non-subscribers, whoever's passing by. This video is not necessarily for new viewers, so if you are new to this, go ahead and check out my previous Bitcoin video, because I let folks know things are simply going to stick around the 4 hour 55 and 200, and it's going to go sideways for a few days. It's exactly what's happening. There's really not much of an update on anything. Cardano is also still between those same two lines, just as I expected it would be, because that's how price moves in moments like this. It's just a question of when does it break and which direction does it break, but I don't think we're going to get resolution anytime soon, so I'm not going to really be making many updates on YouTube. So with this idea, if you're new, go to the previous video. You should see it pop up, or just go to my channel and look at the most recent one. So right now what I'm doing though is I'm trying to provide, in times of boringness and choppy price action, I'm trying to produce most content for my community. So for example, I just made a however long minute video for my higher tiers, not the lower tier, but higher tiers, on how to manage expectations when you're between trends on the daily and the weekly. It's kind of floaty price action. And then if you do dip your toes into trades, what should you be looking for? Hint, all-time highs, and a few other steps within there. So most of my content that I'm producing now during this floaty price action, I'm going to be focusing on the community. So if I'm a little quiet on YouTube, that is why. And if you just need your B Pro updates and stuff, just go check out the community. Usually for the CRYPTILIAN tier, I offer B Pro and MTV updates as well. Most altcoin updates are only for the higher tiers, but those two, if you're sitting there scratching and you need your B Pro videos or MTV videos, I'm going to be producing them mostly for my community until we got resolution here. Because right now, really, I mean, the way you can best make money is to not be losing money and to be managing your risk or just sitting out. So that's the stuff I got going on right now. I'm going to keep this short, really. So if there's anything to be looking out for, just pull up the 4 hour chart and look among Cardano, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Okay, when you start getting resolution to the upside of this EMA, okay, that increases your chance that you'll have resolution to the upside. However, it's not definite. You could have fake outs. So how to determine your likelihood of a fake out? I'm producing that content, and I actually already did this morning on a daily update video for. Actually, I'll show you. Daily updates. So there is no trend. I produced that, and I let my folks know how to know with each step what rough probability do we have that things are going to resolve to the upside. But for YouTube right now, if you just pull up the most helpful thing, among the most helpful, easy things for you, just pull up the 4 hour chart, put on the 55, the 200, and look across those 3 coins, Cardano, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, okay? And if all 3 assets are closing 4 hour candles above here, all right, you simply have an increased chance that this is going to resolve to the upside, and your chance of a breakdown gets lower and lower. However, if all 3 start closing just above, you still have an okay chance, okay? Your percentage chance of that being a fake out before a big move down, it's still existent. So if you do decide to try to play resolutions to the upside based off of this very simple but it's very useful analysis, really, you need to be setting stops, okay? Right now, if there's one more thing that I can suggest to YouTube, for free content, is right now is not the time to be expecting especially small alts to be popping. You have very few alts that are doing very well, and a lot of them are pretty mature in their moves up. So it's going to be, if you haven't entered in things like Solana or Luna or whatever by this point already, you're increasing the risk like by the minute, because they're very mature in their move up. If you want to see what I'm saying, Solana, like, it's just a matter until it's out of steam. And actually, it already hit my line. Son of a bitch. Huh. It did it. When did that happen? So it happens when I was sleeping. Actually, it happened right before I went to sleep. Interesting. Huh. I didn't think that was going to happen that fast. Well, I mean, but that's to my point. Like, these moves are really mature. So even playing the alts that are breaking all-time highs, which is really impressive, really good. And if you're already holders of that, that's awesome. And I'm not even saying sell. Like, actually, I don't say that. I suggest that I would sell. But at this point, if you're trying to enter, like, sitting on the sidelines for a minute to wait to resolution might be your safest bet. Okay, and I just want to let you know, because a lot of people come to my channel, they're, you know, itching and scratching for a B Pro breakout or MTV breakout or a small alt breakout like Silo or something. Right now is not the time to be trying that, folks. Okay, if I can talk about Pokemon cards of Silo and B Pro Pokemon cards, not financial advice, obviously for entertainment and educational purposes only. Just now's not the time. Okay, we're in a trend. We don't have a weekly or a daily trend. Just sit back and wait for resolution. And I know being patient totally sucks, but if you just have to get your trading itch, okay, just use a small portion of your portfolio if you're going to enter a recent fresh trade. Okay, so I'm not saying things that you entered a long time ago, like buying, let's say, mover way down here. Okay, and then, you know, don't be worried about anything because you're way in the profit. I'm not saying that, but if you're getting ready to enter a fresh trade because you just have that itch to, I want to make money now, and you just can't stop yourself, what I recommend is, don't do it with a large portion of your portfolio, okay, of Pokemon cards. Your Pokemon stack, don't use your whole Pokemon stack, okay? Use a sliver of it, 10, maybe up to 30%. That's the first thing I can suggest on managing your risks. And two, the other thing I can say is set stops. I just explained very specifically to my community in that video how I would go about setting stops. I'm not going to give you that content here, but if you don't know what set stops are and you're thinking about going to buy alts right now, you might want to think again. So I'm trying to stress, one of the best ways to make money right now is to not lose your money. I'm telling you, because no matter where you look, okay, if you look at Cardano, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, either we're in a massive bull trap, okay, or we're in an uptrend with a current bear trap, and we don't know which one's true. It's just traps freaking everywhere, like trap, 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 trap. You don't know, right? We're in a weird scenario right now, okay? So it's just, now's not the time to be having expectations of 40% gains of your small alts. But so that's on those big three and essentially the market sentiment. But on the ones that are making all-time highs right now, while I feel it's good to already be in those, but so you have two situations going on. You have Cardano, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, which is like whole market sentiment is traps everywhere. You don't know, like things are tense right now. So not a good time to enter trades. There's no trend. Okay, that's first. But the other side of the coin, you do have some assets like Mover, Solana, Luna, and Phantom making all-time highs. I think Phantom's making all-time highs, right? Yeah, so you have those making all-time highs, but even though that sounds good, and usually during a raging bull market, you want to buy a breakout of all-time high. Blue sky breakouts are like potentially the best trade you could put. Like in terms of risk and reward in a raging bull market, they might be the best trade possible. Maybe not in pure returns, but risk versus returns mixing together in a raging bull market, they're the best. But right now, we're not in a raging bull market. We're between two traps, and we don't know which one is going to bite our face. So, and each of those is very mature in their move up, which means even though typically blue sky breakouts are great, the risk that they're running right now being that mature is very high. So there aren't a lot of good plays right now. And if I could just stress anything, like the number one way to make money right now is to not lose your money. Okay, so that's all I got for YouTube right now. I might not make a video for a few days, and if you want your B Pro stuff, go to the community and join CRYPTILIAN tier. It's like $6 a month. It's nothing to get your B Pro videos, and a lot of times we just sit in the live chats, which my schedule is right here. I have actually a crackhead and a VIP live call here in about an hour or so, back to back. But we just get on there. A lot of times we talk about B Pro for 20 of the 60 minutes that we're on for each tier. So if that's the thing you're into, then over the next week, then you can go check out the community, and we'll see y'all later. Be safe out there. Don't lose your money. If you do decide set stops, please see you later.